Hello, welcome to Animals Attack. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Easter weekend. So before I get started, I'd like to give you a gentle reminder. If you've got an animal attack story, please send it in. I'll speckle this video with the email address as I go on. Also, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe. That helps my channel to grow quickly. Okay, guys, without further ado, here's the first story. Hello, I'm very thankful that you have made this channel for people like me. I'm a single mom of a 15-year-old son. We live near a small town in BC called Terrace with a population of 11,643 people. 13 years ago, my boyfriend at the time and I went hiking for the day. I had my 2-year-old son with me as well. I carried him on my back in an ergo. He was 2 at the time. We took him along because he was a super chill baby and very rarely fussed. We were walking through a beautiful field that was near where I lived with my grandfather. We were going to stop and have a nice picnic when we reached a smattering of oak trees, so we had some shade to sit under. As we walked and chatted, suddenly, out of the corner of my eye to the left, which was at the tree line, I saw a flash of golden brown, and my friend screamed, "Run, run! Climb that tree!" I did my best to climb, and the bear barreled over Matt, throwing him right into the air. Just as he screamed, "Bear spray, bear spray," then I heard the air get knocked out of him again with a thud. As I was scurrying up the tree, I turned to look, and I seen the bear bouncing up and down on Matt with its front legs, and Matt was curled in a ball with his fingers interlocked behind his neck. Then I saw the bear stop stomping on Matt and seemed to calm down. It slowly started to walk around him, almost like she was confused. She seemed to be trying to figure out why this human was just laying there. Was it dead? I knew I was still in danger where I was in the tree because if I moved to a higher level, I would draw attention to myself and my son. I was quietly trying to reach behind me for the bear spray that was attached to the ergo with a quick-release carabiner. I got it, and that's when Liam, my baby, let out an uncharacteristic howl. A howl that may have saved Max's life, but definitely endangered ours. I started climbing. That bear was at the tree in seconds. All I cared about was keeping me between the bear and Liam. I caught a flash of Max scurrying up the tree beside ours, and I was relieved. Once I saw that Max was safe and at a safe height, I hit that bear right in the open, growling and spit-flying mouth with a shot of bear spray. The bear literally jumped back and coughed and choked on that spray. I screamed for Max to ready his spray too. The bear was moving away, shaking her head from side to side. Then 2 brown balls of fur popped up and ran towards her, all 3 taking off back into the woods. Max and I scurried out of the trees and made for our truck. Besides being shaken and bruised, we couldn't believe that either one of us wasn't killed, especially when we knew that there were cubs present. Fast forward 3 years. Liam and I are still living in Terrace, BC, way out in the wilderness still. My grandfather died and left me his small 3-bedroom homestead surrounded by dense, thick woods. The house needed a lot of repairs, and luckily I had a lot of friends who were handy with those repairs. They even built me a recording/craft studio in the old garage. I now have a YouTube channel, which I would like for you to keep the name private, please. Anyway, the garage is perfect for this, as I could record without picking up my son's TV shows or just having him playing in the background with his friends. Also, I wasn't disturbing him either. Now, the garage is about 25 feet behind our house. I could see out the window that's behind my desk and see the sliding glass doors that lead to our living room, where my son was usually playing or watching his TV shows. So, on this particular day, it was about 10:30 a.m. It was a nice, cool morning at the end of June. I left my then 5-year-old son, Liam, eating his peanut butter toast and milk breakfast on the living room floor while he watched his cartoons. The sliding glass door was left open, but the screen door was shut to keep the flies out. I just happened to glance out the window as I sat at my desk in the garage/studio. My heart swelled with fear. There, standing at the screen door, looking in at my son, was a very large blonde-tipped grizzly. Her head was swaying back and forth, and I could hear her start to growl softly. I didn't have a clue what to do. And then I recalled that Max, my ex-boyfriend from 13 years earlier, was sleeping in the spare bedroom. I called him on his cell phone. It rang and rang. No answer. I am panicking so bad at this point. I tried calling him again. Finally, he answered. I told him what was going on. I told him to get my grandfather's moose rifle out of my closet. I told Max to get positioned, and I would try to draw the bear's attention away from the screen door onto myself. And then he could get Liam safely out of the living room. We decided to stay on the phone, and Max, who thank God had hunting experience, readied the rifle and snuck into the living room, where he could see Liam laying on the couch watching TV. He had no idea that there was a giant bear outside the screen door watching him. I opened the side door and I started screaming for the bear, and it turned and ran for me. I slammed the door shut, and Max shut the sliding glass door, grabbing Liam and putting him in his room. He was told to stay there. Max then went to the kitchen window and shot a round up in the air, and the bear, who was just sniffing around the garden, took off running into the woods. After, we both went to investigate, and we discovered there were 2 cubs with her who were just waiting in the woods. We contacted the Ministry of Natural Resources and told them about both of the situations, and they suggested that we put up a fence around the property. We took their suggestion and did just that. Thank God. That was 2 situations that could very well have ended a lot worse than they did. I'm so happy that you take stories from people like me. I just want people to know this stuff happens to normal people every single day. And it's just signed Anonymous. Well, thank you, Anonymous, for taking the time to send your story in. And you're right, this stuff happens all the time. And it's not reported, so the statistics are low. And people feel they don't have much to worry about. But not that I want people to worry, I just want people to be aware. Anyways, we'll just leave it at that. Please send in your encounters or your stories. Or if you would like to suggest a story for me to investigate and tell, by all means, I look forward to your suggestions. Okay, don't forget, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, and subscribe. All right, and share if you know anybody that likes these kinds of stories. Okay, take care. Bye for now.